I saw a video of someone sharing their food with a turkey and it upset me a lot. So I'm gonna show you guys what a Galliform should do when they're properly trained and handled, and they actually have restraint and patience and they've been taught these things. Because that video was disgusting. Now I don't like filming myself eating. Never done this before. But this is literally to show you. You see how he's not already like in my face trying to eat this? You see that? See how he's being real nice? See how he's being real good? So he's not just inhaling it. This woman is feeding this turkey burgers and shit, and she's like trying to take a bite out of it, and the turkey's like, yeah, they do that when they're not fucking trained. Anyway, you see how good he is? You see him? And you see he takes interest when I'm eating. Birds eat communally. Not all birds, but communal birds tend to eat communally, chickens among them. So he is taking interest. And when I'm done, we're gonna give him something that he can eat. Because he can't have sugar. Only a handful of animals in this entire world have evolved to be able to eat sugar. They're mostly monkeys and a handful of birds that have evolved in areas where sugarcane naturally grows. So my boys, my pets, all have a very, very, very strict no sugar, none at all whatsoever policy. No sugar. So this donut, he's not getting it unless he's dying. And it's like his final meal. And he knows that. Look at him. Look how good he is. He knows that some foods are people foods. And some foods can be shared. And he knows. Because I tell him, this has sugar. You can't have sugar. So sugar becomes a negative command. That says if this word comes up, then an action is not happening. Whereas if you tell your pets that you're going on a walk, then that is a positive and an actionable connotation where they're going to act on it. It's going to tell them that a thing is happening and they need to expect a thing. So instead, they see I have food, they show excitement, I say no, it has sugar, you can't have it, and all of a sudden we're calm. Nice and calm. He's not like, look. Alright, he's out of frame. So we show some interest, but I say no. Look at that. Look how patient he is. Good boy. Here. Let's give you something that you can have. Here's a little bit of chicken. You guys might be saying, oh my gosh, you're feeding your chicken. In the wild, when chickens naturally pass away, and look at how polite he's being. Look at how polite he's being. He's not acting like this is the only meal that he's ever going to have. He's not inhaling it. Yeah, look how excited he is. Look how excited he is. So in the wild, when a chicken passes away, the other chickens will eat that chicken in order to eliminate the scent of prey to predators so that their natural habitats can be maintained with hopefully a lack of predators. Well, I didn't get set up perfectly again, but you can see Buddy better, and I think that's, I can't really see either of us, whatever. So, It's not like a big part of their diet. But it is normal. It is natural for them to eat a little bit of chicken now and then. Because that's what they would be doing in the wild. This is not the same as cannibalism in, like, battery farms where they're just, like, tearing at each other because they're neurotic and they have nothing to do and they're upset. So now, Buddy was a very, very good boy. He was a very good boy. Yeah. There you go. You were patient. There you go, Robin. Nah, I'm gonna go plant these seeds later. All right, Pippin. Here you go. You want it? Hey! Robin, that wasn't very nice. There you go, Buck. Alright, everybody got a cherry. Everybody got a cherry for being so patient. Yeah! Everybody got a half a cherry for being so patient. Now I figure out where the fuck that seed went. Oh well. Oh, there it is. You found it, buddy. Are you gonna eat it? Yeah, I didn't think so. Let me take that. Thanks for finding that for me. Yeah, look at all these little chicken bits you still got left. So, I'm very upset by that McDonald's feeding fiasco of that goddamn turkey. That should have never happened. That was gross and disgusting. And this is what your Galliformes can be. And anybody who is gonna say, but you have turkey or you have chickens and that was a turkey, let me remind you of Lauren. Lauren was my heritage bronze turkey. So it can be done. Lauren was also a wonderful, patient, smart boy. So don't just feed your animal. One, don't feed your animals junk food. Two, it's not funny when they're just going nuts and inhaling food and stuff. It's not funny when they're eating things that they shouldn't be eating. It's not funny when you feed a pet McDonald's that's not even good for us. It's not funny when you allow for that animal to eat all or a majority of it. Maybe if this woman let the turkey have a bite of each thing that she was offering it or eating with it, I would be less upset. But if you ask me, I'm gonna say that if that turkey is treated that way regularly, that's outright cruelty. That is cruelty through diet, lack of training, and that bird was comfortable with the woman, but the way that it was eating and the way that it was moving and behaving showed that it did not have a relationship. It did not have a trusting, loving relationship. Like, Buddy is just the sweetest thing, and he wants to be with me, and he wants the attention, and he wants the physical contact. Yeah, right, Buddy. But that's because we built this up. We built this up. We built this trust. And that's how you were supposed to interact with prey animals. When an animal is afraid of everything. And yeah, these guys are mighty predators to anything smaller than them, but they're also very well aware that to anything bigger than them, they're just cupcakes. So they don't have to be inhaling food. They're not sloppy eaters unless you let them be. So now that I have been thoroughly triggered and upset over some woman sharing McDonald's with her turkey that was just grotesque and disgusting, this This is what sharing food with your Galliformes is supposed to look like, all right? And he's still going after the little itty bitty bits of chicken and a few little chunks of cherry, and he's still excited about it, and he's still happy about it. And he was nice and patient while I ate a donut in front of him. He didn't go for it even when I offered him because he knows better, because they're very smart animals. And acting like that the behavior of that turkey was normal is normalizing neglecting your Galliformes and not training them, not interacting with them, and just using them as props and backyard ornaments. So, feed your animals correctly, treat them correctly, train them. For the love of fucking God, I don't care what species your pet is or the animals that you're taking care of. They are smarter than you're giving them credit for. Train them. Everybody. Yeah, you good boy. Where is there it is. There's the camera. Such a good boy. Yeah. And just to be very clear, yes, I am upset. I am disgusted. This is mostly a joke. The information I've shared with you is true, is factual, but my emotional reaction, just to be very clear, is mostly a joke. I do think that feeding birds McDonald's on a regular basis would be cruelty and stuff like that, but like the vehemence, my disgust, like, yeah, it's, I'm mostly just kidding. And using this opportunity to educate. Yeah. You good boy. You good boy. It's a button.